people of the world. It's Thursday. It's May the 21st, 2020. White collar companies race to be the last to return to the office. Google, Facebook, Amazon introducing Facebook Shops, a new online shopping experience. YouTube goes after more TV advertisers with a new program. And Twitch is on fire. All that and more. Marketing as a foreign language begins now. White collar companies race to be the last to return to the office. Google, Facebook, Amazon, Capital One, and others are extending work from home policies in September and sometimes far beyond, coming to us from the New York Times. Trump has said we have to get our country open again. Much of corporate America is in no rush to return employees to their campuses and skyscrapers. I, for one, at Senate Rising, feel as though it is ridiculous for the vast majority of companies to be forcing their employees to go to another space that must be air conditioned and heated with air filters, pay corporate internet prices, business phone lines. What are we doing? Ridiculous. If we decrease the number of cars on the road by just 10%, 15%, we will massively reduce the amount of deaths, lower greenhouse gas emissions, save money. Let's all work from home. The companies are racing not to be the first back, but the last. Duh. An increasing number of them, which mostly have white-collar employees, have recently extended work-from-home policies far beyond the shelter-in-place timelines mandated by state and local authorities. What a perfect excuse this particular pandemic is to implement groundbreaking new policies. Google and Facebook employees were told Thursday that they could stay home until, get this, next year. Let's go. Capital One informed 40,000 workers that they will be out through Labor Day and possibly longer. Amazon is saying October. Nationwide Insurance is moving more aggressively than other firms, shuttering 5 offices around the country. Obviously, there is an incentive for businesses to not pay this rent. The moves reflect the reality that no one is sure how the coronavirus pandemic will evolve, etc. Some companies said there is another reason working from home is working out. And I know this will come as a surprise to you. Well, every single employee of Senate Rising for the entire length of the company has, yes, you guessed it, worked desde su casa, en su propia casa, in their casa is mi casa house. Working from home is a great thing for the company and for the employees, says Joan Burke, the chief people. Oh me, oh my. She is, in fact, the chief people officer of DocuSign. She says, who don't want to get back in cars and commute for 2 hours. That's lost productivity. You think? Let's evolve, shall we? Quote, I see it happening way more often in the future. Yeah, get on the train. Before the coronavirus struck, 8% of all wage and salaried employees worked from home at least 1 day a week, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. My favorite bureau, mind you. About 2% worked from home full-time. 2%. In a matter of days, the pandemic pushed telecommuting from marginal to mandatory in many parts of the country. Now even as states like Georgia and Illinois roll out phased reopenings, blah, 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 blah. A broad shift could have major implications for traffic congestion. Yeah, I beat you to the punch on that one. Office culture and corporate profits. Let's get paid, people. Work from home. Moving right along. Facebook Shops, a new online shopping experience. Say what? From May 19th, here we are, Facebook.com, from the source themselves, as many businesses are creating and strengthening their digital presence. We are building new tools to help make online shopping seamless. That's why we're launching Facebook Shops and investing in features across our apps that inspire people to shop and make buying and selling easier online. Facebook Shops is a mobile-first shopping experience where businesses can easily create an online store on Facebook and Instagram for free. Well, there you have it. That really does break it down. Now, if you are a local service company, if you are a plumber, I don't know what you're going to be selling on Facebook and Instagram for free. It is possible, I suppose, that you could attempt to sell the service, but this appears to be a physical object-oriented shopping experience. Shops let you choose which of your items you want to feature, merchandise, and product collections, and tell your brand story with customizable fonts and colors. I get it. You'll be able to connect with customers through WhatsApp, Messenger, or Instagram Direct to answer questions. We're also working with partners like Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Channel Advisor, SaidCommerce, and Cafe24 to give small businesses the support they need. I'm thinking local tea shop. You could sell tea. Leo, I'm looking at you. Who else can sell products and services? Obviously clothing. This makes sense to me. Any sort of thing you can hold in your hand. Free via Facebook. There you have it. And look, gaze upon Mark Zuckerberg, looking perhaps a little older and a little more tired after his congressional hearings zapped the very life force out of his body. I don't know how much you would have to pay me to testify in front of Congress. I'll do it for $1 million. I take it back. Okay, I'll do it. I take it back. Okay, $2 million. Good negotiating skills, everybody. YouTube goes after more TV advertisers with new program. Oh, it's new? Sheila Dang is the author of this 2-minute read. Reuters, Alphabet, of course, is Google and YouTube's parent company. Alphabet Inc., YouTube, on Tuesday launched a new program to help advertisers reach more valuable viewers who watch content on their TV screens in an effort to retain advertising revenue at a time when brands are slashing budgets due to the coronavirus pandemic. You know, it is interesting because the very first thing to evaporate almost instantaneously, March 15th through the 20th, was pay-per-click revenue. Pay-per-click, mind you, is usually an excellent driver of revenue because you can track phone calls through CallRail. CallRail, if you are unfamiliar, is something that switches the phone number on your website to another phone number. And when someone dials that particular phone number, not only can you see the name of the caller, you can tell whether or not they are a first-time caller, how long they called for. You can even listen to that phone call. So pay-per-click, oh yeah, in 2020 is an excellent potential, should I say, investment of your time and money. That being said, TV screens. One would assume that people would be watching more TV during the pandemic. But, of course, who the heck is going to be advertising? Who's got the cashola in 2020? The program called YouTube Select, not YouTube Start, mind you, Select will let brands buy ads that will reach people watching on their TV, whether they are streaming individual YouTube videos or watching YouTube TV, the company's live TV service. Is this the end of cable companies with sports on who knows how long hiatus? YouTube TV coming to the fore. So many changes, so little time. Since viewers are likely to watch more content while sitting on the couch in front of the TV rather than on their smartphones or laptops, TV viewers are generally considered more lucrative. Well, there you have it. The binge-watching TV addict is more prone, or rather, a more lucrative demographic. As someone who does not advertise on TV, this is outside of my scope, so this information is new to me and worth reading yet again. Since viewers are likely to watch more content while sitting on the couch in front of the TV, this seems strange to me. You're telling me that binge watching a Netflix show for 9 hours is more time than someone on a smartphone, I suppose smartphone or laptop. TV viewers are generally considered more lucrative. Are we factoring in our Netflix binging, our Hulu binging, our HBO Now? Yes or no? Article. Questions need answers. Viewers are turning even more to YouTube as they stay home during the pandemic, and over 100 million people watched YouTube on their TV screens in March, said Tara Walpert-Levy, VP of Agency and Brand Solutions for Google. That is a very long way of saying rich person. Quote, if you're a big brand that's dependent on reaching many people with your message, the ability to access that audience is key. Yes, big brand, again. Why? Oh, why are these articles almost always focused on gigantic businesses? We get it. If you are Coke, go ahead, spend the money. If you already have gigantic TV ad spend, then yes, move it. But how does this help most of us? Traditional TV networks in the United States could lose up to $12 billion in ad revenue in the first half of this year, according to research firm eMarketer, as brands cut their spending and live sports, which typically draw big ad dollars, are put on hold. I would say this, that as the summer approaches, the little guy, the little gal, the small business, pay-per-click is going to be very important. Why? Because we're seeing gigantic shifts in the marketplace, and cost per conversion data is incredibly important to have. These people who have $17 million budgets to be spending on TV shifting into what have you, new programs to help retain these TV. This is Fortune 500 stuff. What about the little guy? Pay-per-click, largely, and Facebook ads are the solution. YouTube is hoping to appeal to all advertisers. Well, just in time, Sheila Dang, to perhaps address my main concern. Whether they want to reach TV audiences or want the flexibility to quickly end their ad campaigns. Well, obviously it's 2020. We should be able to stop it instantaneously, which is more easily done on digital and streaming services. Well, it's actually possible on digital and streaming services, like I said. Through YouTube Select, advertisers can also buy ads to appear on top YouTube channels in certain categories such as entertainment, sports, beauty, and fashion. So, okay, perhaps if you are not a Fortune 500 company and you are interested through YouTube Select to purchase ads on a YouTube channel, then maybe, just maybe, if there is appropriate demographic targeting, this might be something for a company that is not a gigantic, large corporation. YouTube Select will replace a program called Google Preferred. Ciao. Google Preferred. Turns out you were not, in fact, preferred, which sold ads on the top 5% of YouTube channels based on popularity and engagement. This, to me, is a Fortune 500 article. Up, down, left, and right. Twitch. OTWITCH''S. Twitch's moment in the sun. Oh me, oh my. Am I streaming? Yeah. The answer to that question is, you betcha. I sure am. Why the heck would I be doing that? Well, a renaissance is occurring on Twitch right now. It is incredibly fun. I am streaming chess. Why the heck am I doing this? Because obviously the entire culture is moving to a streaming culture. And I don't mean streaming Netflix. I mean streamers, personalities, people that are putting their voice out online. Why is Twitch so incredibly popular? I'll tell you why. Because from 8 approximately to 2 in the morning yesterday, I hung out with some incredibly good chess players as I was streaming on Twitch. These folks are from around the world. There's ChessBR1. He is a Brazilian. There's Chess World Scientist. He was an American who went to Greenland and is now in India. I am meeting people from around the world who are very smart because they are attracted, obviously, to the game of chess. I play chess against people whose rating is incredibly high, and they absolutely kick my butt. So, this is Twitch's moment. I couldn't agree more. These are unprecedented times. It's fun to joke about the apocalypse. Okay, Bijan Stephen. Am I saying that right? Bijan Stephen. March 18th, 2020, just days ago. He writes, "It's fun to joke about the apocalypse." I'm going to go with a hard pass on agreeing with that particular statement. Gallows humor being the incredible coping mechanism that it is. Ooh, gallows humor. What kind of humor? The humor from the gallows. But it's way less fun when that particular societal realignment is happening outside your door. Bijan Stephen, I'm going to give you points for your eloquent nomenclature. That particular societal realignment is happening outside your door, not that you should really be going outside much. We are in the early days of something so big that it's really impossible to conceptualize how it's going to change the world. Even so, there are some things we can measure now. ... Oh yeah, it's Twitch, people. Have you been on Twitch? Get yourself on Twitch. Look up Kautzmania. That's Kautzmania. Watch me play some chess. Good times. According to the streaming software company Stream Elements, which conducts regular surveys of the streaming landscape with its analytics partner Arsenal.gg. Gotta love the GGGG, obviously. Good game. Viewership on Twitch is up by a lot. This is something I have noticed. It has been easy to get approximately 37 followers in about 2 weeks. Folks are constantly coming in my ridiculously small Twitch room. It's increased by a full 10% over the last week. As Stream Elements CEO Doran Neer wrote in an email that reflects, quote, the popularity of the live streaming medium now that people are consuming higher volumes of entertainment at home. Translation: because we all have to stay inside now to flatten the coronavirus's infection curve, everyone is watching streams. I am one of those people. Nur writes that he expects those numbers to increase with the number of stay-at-home mandates issued by governments around the world. Oh, folks, it's getting real interesting out here. You can see the effect locally, too. Stream Elements found that in Italy, live stream viewership in terms of minutes watched grew more than 66% since the first week of February and when the quarantine there began. Nur again, in addition, this is a quote, to individual channels growing in size, we have seen the amount of channels being watched almost double. Okay. Every single word that I'm saying right now is being understood by the YouTube algorithm. We know this because you can click on captions and the words appear. So let me ask you this. Would you rather pay someone to write as many words as I'm saying in this particular stream? Or is it easier to simply stream? We read an article yesterday that said posts might be going away. Or, at the very least, not have the same oomph that they once had. Why? There's a crowding of the space. We have stories now in social media where you can follow a narrative. People love narratives. People have never, ever, truly, actually liked 95% of commercials. Most of the time, we try to ignore them. Most of the time, they are terrible. They get in the way. My children, when they watch commercials, go, as a natural instinct. So, the reason why I love SEO so much is because if you're searching for a probate attorney in Las Vegas, well, what the heck? You're actually looking for a probate attorney in Las Vegas. Get me a probate attorney now. That's SEO. Streaming, you just move on. If you don't like the content, if you're not engaged by what is happening, not only can you just choose to not pay attention, go check your email, go change the song on Spotify, do what you do. But if you are engaged and you want to communicate with that streamer, there's real-time chat. So how is this not absolutely what is going to change the game? How is this not what is going to affect SEO? Again, Alphabet owns YouTube. and Google. So if you are a florist or a local company and you're not a Fortune 500, and obviously if you are gigantic, perhaps this skill, this gong fu, if you will, is precisely where we need to be investing our time. You can see the effect locally too. Stream Elements found that in Italy, live stream viewership in terms of minutes watched grew more than 66% since the first week of February and when the quarantine there began. In addition to individual channels growing in size, we have seen the amount of channels being watched almost double. Okay. Business owners, what are we going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to run some call-only ads when summer comes back up to get folks back in the door. We're going to anticipate a pent-up demand because it's coming. We are going to make sure that our upload speed on our internet connection is good enough to stream. Trust me, if it's something that you don't know whether or not it's good enough, do a Google speed test. If you want to stream and have people actually see and hear you, you need at least 5, I think it's megabytes per second, to do it effectively. Ask me how I know that, CenturyLink. So, yeah, you want to get your ducks in a row. Now, if you're someone who's thinking, oh, streaming, I can't do streaming, I can't even do YouTube videos. Well, at a certain point, you have to realize that the phone book isn't working anymore. It's the same mentality. YouTube is like passe. YouTube is meh. It's already kind of saturated. Tons and tons of people. What's next? Simulcasting. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Reddit Live, Twitch. Hitting up as many of these as you possibly can at the same time and interacting with people via the chat box, having guests on your stream, developing a personality that people are interested in, trying to cut through what is just an increasing amount of ridiculous noise. So you're going to pay for it. Say you're a personal injury attorney, you're going to pay the $40 per click because you might make money on it. But there's a whole nother organic side to this that if you have the courage to stand up in front of a judge and ask for money, that you might want to consider relaying that courage into doing exactly what's happening on this particular stream, which is to say, put yourself out there. It is tough to constantly be attacking what could be cringe-worthy moments. It is tough to have recordings of you for who knows how long. Maybe I'll run for office one day and someone will clip this and I'll have to defend it. I mean, my goodness, can you imagine trying to become a politician in the next 15 to 30 to 45 years? I mean, there are just no skeletons left in that closet. There's going to be a level of transparency here that we've never seen before. And we are going to figure out traffic fatalities. We are going to have self-driving cars. But the thing is, advertising has evolved throughout the whole game because it is an intrinsic human quality. We need attention to survive. I have to get the attention of people around me for them to buy things from me. I need people's attention so that I can communicate and we can solve problems. And so these modern mechanisms are only echoes of an intrinsic human quality. So flex that advertising muscle. Stand in front of either a group of people. You know, you could have done that 3 months ago at some BNI chapter or some public speaking engagement or try to get on a podcast. I mean, the likelihood of you staring into a camera and talking is only going up. So if you're not doing that, what are you waiting for? So there you have it. Public speaking, the ability to get out in front of that fear is pivotally important, or at least having someone in an organization that's willing to take on that particular burden. and or challenge and or exciting possibility. So, this is to say, when will white collar companies race to be the last to return to the office? Ain't nobody gonna wants to go back to the office when they get a taste of freedom at home. Let's change, let's evolve as an entire species. Oh, Mr. Zuckerberg, always finding interesting ways to get us to be addicted to this platform. What do? We perhaps open a shop on Facebook. Why? Because it's free. YouTube, going after TV advertisers with new programs. Yes, of course, we're watching the death of a former megalith. As these dinosaurs pass away, obviously, there are going to be a million different ways to try to still take their money. It's currently called YouTube Select, which appears to be geared towards Fortune 500 companies. And if you haven't been on Twitch, you'd think they're paying me or something, but holy smokes adokes, I'm all about that Twitch. It is so much fun. It is so entertaining. Being able to reach out and communicate with that presenter, to have the opportunity to say something. The other day, GM Hikaru, he's a grandmaster in chess. His chess skill is superhuman. Superhuman. He streams on Twitch, and he sits for 6, 8, 10, 12 hours. And I think to myself, I actually like this guy. I want him to succeed. I want him to do well in life. Go Hikaru. Let's go, gamer. So I say, hey man, standing desk. And mind you, I'm one of 3,000 other people in the room, so the chat's flying. It's cooking, but he sees it. He sees me saying, hey man, standing desk. And he kind of is like, right? I mean, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go out and get one. It's not like I had this incredible influence over him, and he for sure is going to go buy one, and it will change, the way that his health improves or not over time. But to be able to just have that influence on an influencer that's tough. It's tough to put a price tag on it, but it's going to be many, many, many billions, if not trillions, of dollars. So, there you have it, folks. I think a holiday's coming up on Monday. Good stuff there. What are we going to go do? All go hang out on the beach? Probably not. So much corona, so much pandemic, so much 2020. Keep your head up. You're doing great. Feel free to leave a comment. 10:30 every single morning. Marketing is a foreign language. I'm your host. Would love to see you in chat and or hit that subscribe button. My daughter would say, smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell is what would come out of her mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. We will see you next time.